What are large language models? In short, LLMs are trained on large datasets of text like books, websites, or user-generated content. They can generate new text that continues an initial prompt in a natural way. An LLM model is basically a neural network with a large number of parameters. Roughly speaking, the more parameters, the better the model. So we always hear about the size of the model, which is the number of parameters. For example, GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters, and GPT-4 may have over 1 trillion parameters. But what does a model actually look like? Well, a model is a file. It's a binary file. For example, Meta's Llama 2 70B model is a 140 gigabyte file with 7 billion parameters, whose contents are basically numbers. So, how are large models trained? Training these very large models is very expensive. Training a model like GPT-3 can cost millions of dollars. Let's first take a look at the training process of the Llama 270B model, open sourced by Facebook mentioned above. First, about 10 TB of data must be captured from the internet as a training data set. This includes all possible sample texts in languages such as Chinese, English, French, Japanese, and German, as well as possible text characters such as punctuation marks, numbers, etc. The content may include news articles, blogs, online novels, forum posts, and so on. Finally, the prepared 10 TB of training sample text is thrown into a huge data center, and the 12 GB file size and 70 billion parameters are trained on a large number of GPUs. Llama 2 uses 6,000 NVIDIA graphics cards. It was trained for a total of 12 days, using a total of more than 1 quadrillion floating point operations, flops. It cost about $2 million in total. As of today, the most outstanding model GPT-4 is no longer a single model, but a mixture of several models. Each model is trained or fine-tuned in a specific field and works together during the inference process to achieve optimal performance. But don't worry, our goal is to understand and learn the basics of large language models. Fortunately, we can still train a model with a much smaller number of parameters on a personal computer. We will soon go deeper into the programming LLM part and write a large model program together.
记得点赞关注哦。